From the Connect tab, find Google Sheets and click Connect. From here, you'll be able to sign in to Google. If you've logged in before, your login will show up here. If not, you'll be able to select an account and sign in here. Then you can choose whether you want to create a new sheet or send your results to an existing sheet. If you want to send your results to a Google Sheet you already have, just copy and paste the URL of the sheet here. If you want to create a new one, you'll give it a name, then hit Activate Integration, and you're all set. Finally, if you already have responses to your Typeform, you can choose to send them to your Google Sheet. But just a quick note. If you already have responses, only the first 3,000 will show up. And you're all set up. In the Connect panel, you can access your Google Sheet by clicking here. This is what your results will look like. The questions will appear in the first row with the responses below. Now, here are a couple of do's and don'ts that you want to follow to make sure this integration works properly. And don't worry if you see this error message. In this case, it won't break the integration. You can change the name of the sheet. You can add additional records manually. You can edit or delete existing records. You can add or remove questions from your Typeform. Any new questions will be added after the final question before the submission time column. You can add a filter to the header. And you can connect two forms to the same sheet. Just make sure you link to a new tab in the sheet or the integration will break. And on that note, here are a few things you should avoid doing which will break the integration. You cannot integrate two forms in the same tab, as we just mentioned. Do not change the order of columns. Remember, these are the questions in your Typeform, so you don't want to mess with them. You cannot move the sheet within your Google Drive. And of course, don't delete the sheet if it's being used in an integration. If you want to work with your data a bit more, you can either duplicate your results to a new tab or duplicate the sheet and have free reign over your data. Finally, if you want to turn off the integration, you can do that in the Connect tab by toggling this switch off. If you want to edit the integration, like connecting to a different Google account or sending the results to a different sheet, you'll have to delete it by clicking these three dots, hitting delete, and adding it again. And that's our Google Sheets integration.